like 2:30 or 2 to 2:30 in the afternoon. It was about to $10 that it failed. So sort of on the idea that I've been sort of banning about so far this year when it comes to these short seller reports. If it gaps back into that price range and holds those levels and can break out, I'm going to look for the rubber band long type of idea here. I did get that trade. It happened to be just after 8 o'clock. It did work right into that 1160 level, so that's clearly going to be a key one for me here. Now, normally if I was looking to short, I can tell you exactly what I'd be doing, and that's if it popped into like 1150, I'd be shorting into that range. As it got to like 1175, maybe at best 1175 to 12 would be my stop out. So,
all right, what's going on, guys?
For, potential breaks.
We're finally on the live stream. It's been a couple of days. Been busy with the winter storm. We had like a little winter storm going on right now, so you know, it is what it is. But I'm happy. I'm back. Only for today is only gonna be for like a quick few minutes, a few like maybe an hour or so. And that's just because I have a lot of stuff to do, getting ready to pack up for. Again, I'm leaving a vacation next month, so should be fun. I'm excited about that. To go ahead and try to, you know, just go to Cancun, because like I mean I'm fucking 19 years old, so I mean that's something, a big accomplishment for me personally, because I've never been able to travel, you know, on my own. I wasn't able to afford travel at all, so I'm truly grateful for, you know, trading has given me the ability to just kind of be, you know, allow me to travel and be kind of just financially free, not having to worry about anything. So I'm extremely grateful about that. So hopefully you guys are having an awesome day. Market opens in 4 minutes, around 3 minutes. So I am looking for buys right now.
The desk. We'll find out more about CTXR, but the #1 stock right here for the Day Trade the World family.
All right, guys, yeah, one more from the bottom of the list. Financial services company JMP, microcap financial services company, up aftermarket yesterday, better than expected earnings on this one. Continuation move all the way to 1150 is amazing. In the pre-market, we failed at 1050, which was kind of support on that last little bump, all the way down to 850, which corresponds with these levels. And I'm sorry, these levels and then these levels.
Right. Cool.
Yesterday, so I'll be done with this one.
Alright, so we're just getting started right now.
Back into 950 up to 10. Worth revisiting on JM.
I like how the levels we're at right now.
Like I just, we just talked about it, and I said that you gotta buy it.
Yo, Vasco, like I really don't want to check my messages, bro. Like I haven't even been on it. I haven't even been really DMing people. But like, first of all, bro, like I really didn't appreciate your kind of attitude toward me. I felt like it was kind of negative, so that's why I stopped replying to you. You know, for me, like as a trader who fucking does this every single day, and you know actually has lost money, like actual live money, you know, like it's a different perspective whenever you're actually trading full time, and you're actually doing this for a living, and you're actually fucking risking, you know, thousands of dollars every single day, and shit like that. Different perspective, a complete different perspective on things, and I have mine, you know, and that's, you know, that's coming from, you know, years of experience, and that's coming from not even my, you know, I have mentors all over the, you know, all over the industry, like not Forex gurus mentors. I'm talking about actual people with 50, 60 years of experience, and I try learning from them, you know, from the best. So I mean, I just don't really appreciate kind of like, I felt like the negative attitude that was coming in. You know, if you're a trader, you know, you've been trading for a long time, you've been trading live money, and you know what it takes, and you know the whole process and the whole kind of emotions behind it. You know, because I've traded with money where like I didn't even have, where I literally lost a lot of money, where, you know, I'm trying to pay rent, I'm trying to pay my bills with that trading money. So it's something that, you know, I take really seriously in my end.
Alright, we are open and we're ready to rock and roll. We're watching QS here to see where this one opens up. It's not open yet, so we can move on from that one. Palantir,
Nice.
we're still
I like
waiting.
that.
did it even print? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so we just saw some ends. So it has printed that big imbalance right now. So that's
No
over
dang
with.
sundial.
Yeah, so if you're doing that, you're doing that.
Nice.
And then Neil just mentioned, I
get it?
mentioned sundial there, and it does crack that 135, guys.
I do like that.
Oh, sorry.
I don't think I have any shorts. Oh no, you guys shorts are free.
No, we got the shorts. I didn't need that level. I tried.
Yeah, I was expecting maybe a little pullback off that. That's really nice. I like that.
Maybe I could have had 34s, but I was trying to get the actual break price instead of paying down a little bit on it. So unfortunately, missed that one.
Yeah, I have 34s.
It's already at like 32 there. Yeah.
Yeah, I have 34s. We'll take a little bit out of 30. Whoa, big level at 31 there, guys. Let's see if it hits it. We'll see. We do have a bid. No, I don't even have a bid out here on this name, so we'll put a bid there. Just get hit real quick at 31. A nice little short on 34. So, yeah, pigs get slaughtered, taking a little bit of profit on that one. But bang! There it is. Palantir now to the upside there. Nice little move off that 27. Goes all the way to 27.40 and back down. Little volatile here for Palantir, guys. Back up to 40. Let's go, PLTR.
Yeah, and Watt, there was another break on this stock to downside, and again, I missed this 580 break. I was shorting this all morning long, and now we're taking out this sort of pre-market low, 540. Now we trade lower than that at 6 a.m., but this is a big level getting burst. If it snaps back to the upside, any kind of rubber band, I'm shorting whatever pop happens here in Watt, guys.
Yeah, okay, I'm just working out this, and I'm going to go longer on Palantir as well, if it wants to go. There it goes. Palantir going to the moon here. Let's get some out. Nice little trade. Bang! Through 50. Let's just keep going on Palantir to the high side right now, guys.
And yeah, I just got that 50 break. Gonna hang on to some of it as well. Nice little break on Palantir, but I'm trying to get this Watt, guys. And I finally got that sundial at 134. So I'm just gonna park an order on Watt around this like 575, 580, just so I can look away and trade some of these more active names like Palantir.
Guys, how about that buy yesterday? 10%. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. But it's not even over yet. It's Christmas morning for Palantir today. Those of you that are with me, we
Nice.
bought yesterday 25.
I like that.
Hopefully you're cashing in on that one today. And like I said, I'm targeting 28. We'll see if we can get to $29 today. Palantir. Remember, man, if you didn't sell yesterday on lockup, maybe you're doing that today. So watch out. This thing could still fall. It is going to be an aggressive day here for Palantir for sure.
Interesting.
Let's check out QS.
I'm looking
Still
for like a
looking at
swing
that
trade
69
buy.
break there of 66.50.
Russell
Let's
is
see if we can
strong.
touch 69, Brendo.
Another one that's very
It's
active this
just
weekend.
difficult for me to kind of
Upside,
get
you can see 1, 2,
kind
3 days downside.
know like which one should I enter on, Nasdaq or Russell. I mean, I could definitely make more money on Russell, but I do have a big risk, of course, on that.
Some more winners. I got only like 1 cent on sundial, but it's bouncing to the upside. I'm gonna cover it here. Actually,
About 3% toward the upside.
on the sundial, and this is because Tilray broke the top. Remember,
Yeah.
28.20. Got
I'll just
long
stick to my edge
just
for now.
about
Maybe I'll
28,
enter
but
on
so
Russell
it's
later
gonna
on
hang
today.
to a few more shares
Small
here. It does
size.
a bit of a dip.
But
You
for
know,
right now, I'm
after
just gonna stick to my
you
edge.
dig into this dig into my grave on the stock. Momentum play through 28.20 on a bit of a snapback. So it was a depressed stock. It's now come back in. I'm out of all but like 20.
UJ is coming down, like I said. It took a while.
27 even. If it comes out, you're gonna get out of
I didn't take a trade on my like I guess main accounts. I took a trade on my collective 2 account on using JPY for a swing trade, and I basically closed out like about an hour ago on that. So made about like I guess 5% on that on my collective 2 account.
We won't give it all back, but you got to watch out for this 2680 here break. It's going to come right now. 27 is going to come. Some decent size on the bid, but that's not going to matter. Like I said, we have to watch out for lockup here on SND, or not on SND. I'm only in 2 positions on Palantir and SNDL. So Palantir, they could sell into this move. We are waiting for that. We are also waiting for Uber to hit here at some point. Let's see what that did. 58.50. So we're right at those levels. A high of 58.80 could be decent, but let's watch out here as Palantir looking to break 27. It's going to happen right now, guys. What's up, Brent?
Clean energy name, CBAK Energy moving this morning, guys. Big pop here right at 9 o'clock. We're up to $9.
So we get UJ right over here. Oh, this is my swing trade on UJ.
Right now for CBAT.
Right over here. It's a counter and trade. Technically a counter and trade, but I felt like we were coming down after a lot of weakness toward the upside.
The last 20% we're going to take the hit trying to buy a dip. Why? Because I was looking at 26.30 is my original dip price on Palantir. If it gets there, I'm going to like it. Tilray still going to the upside, 40 penny profit on that. Pre-market high on the CTXR was 198 or so, like around this $2 range. If it just put in a top and can hold below $2, I don't see much of an offer here. 50,000 shares is nothing when it's done 25.
It's interesting.
So,
I mean, I've seen this pattern before where, you know, it's off ADR and basically just weakness, a lot of weakness. If it breaks toward
I would definitely be looking to cover the trade. But
breaks
I want to short on this move just in case
toward this level right over here,
All right, a couple of things. There was an offering
if it
on
breaks toward that level,
CTXR.
I think we're definitely going to come down.
Twilio with an offering. CTXR also saying that they are now fully funded through commercialization.
We'll see. This is kind of a very
Okay, yeah, I like the
significant area to look for.
That should be a good one as well. But look at the volume. We talked about this one earlier, that it was a big stock. So yeah, you're seeing it right now. CTXR big moves today,
Interesting.
up 25+%.
Maybe I should. Maybe I'm going to sell it as we break through the 50.
At 2690 level there or so. So let's just see what happens now. It's resisting. I would sort of thought that if we got down to 26,
This should be a level where price bounces based on the higher time frames. If it doesn't, then if it breaks over the 50 with a lot of momentum, which I mean it's a pattern that I see all the time. It goes all the way up to ADR. There's divergence, and on the open there's just weakness on that. I'm gonna sell it, which right now it's trying to break through that level. So we'll see.
Come to the downside. It is fired up here. I just burnt my tongue in this fresh coffee. Thank you, Valeria, for the hot coffee, but probably should have waited a second for that. Brendo with the
Canadian content guys.
We are oversold right now on our side, so we'll see. MACD, it's all the way down. I just want to take a look at the standard deviation real quick.
That was another play on the electric vehicle space because we did talk a little bit about that and get into some of the names instead of the.
Okay, so we're bouncing right over here.
Some of the producers and some of the part suppliers. That's Magna, so a good play there. Yeah, so we're loaded up here on CTXR. We have these shares, so let's see how.
I appreciate it, Vasco. I'll check out your message later on.
But look at Palantir, guys. Diamond hands. You hold it, you get rewarded right now. So back to the upside right now goes Palantir. We did not get out. We actually took some more at 27. So let's wait to see how high this one wants to fly right now. Palantir, a good trade on the upside.
Yeah, and I think if there's going to be like a first leg
interesting.
Support on the CTXR,
Very interesting.
185 does look like a bit of a bounce play. So if it does make a bounce to the upside, I'll look to short into that move to the upside. If it does happen, but you kind of anticipated it before it does, I want to come back to watch.
Order filled.
I'm selling right now. I'm shorting very small size right now, just in case it bounces. If it bounces, I'm going out. Basically, I have a.
70 area still to short on the pop back up. Tilray is holding these highs at 28.67 or so, 28.90.
My stop is at 1.680.
Otherwise, it's got to break even or sort of 28 even.
It's bouncing right now off that level, so I'm about to get out if I see another bounce real quick.
But UAL, guys, big move here. 3.5%, 46.50 for UAL. Big time resistance. They announced this morning a new non-stop flight.
Because if it's bouncing off that level, I mean, there's gonna be a divergence forming soon, in my opinion, and then it may go ahead and.
I don't know if I want to get into any airlines yet. On
680. Where's 1.680 on this time
so our
frame?
average price now 27.40 on Palantir. We just took some out for those wins. Got some out again at 30. It's just moving around. We're gonna hold the rest of this one. CTXR. We are noticing that that 85 might be something.
If it bounces right over here,
at 87, so we'll watch out.
I'll keep it. If I get out, I'm gonna get out early. I have small size right now, so I'm not really too focused on this trade right now, like too emotionally like attached to it, if you could say. Because the bigger the size you put, of course, like if I'm risking like $200, like $2,000, $1,000, you know, you're definitely gonna have some emotional attachment to it. At least for me, compared to risking about $50 on a trade.
We do like quantum skip. I just liked it through 69. I don't think, we're not there yet. It goes as high as 67. Wow. Like, that's a pretty
Order filled.
I closed right there just early. So I'm out about 0.4R.
Let's wait for that big break of 69.
Actually 0.5R, a little bit more than 0.5R. So we'll see what we do here.
Maybe I should have also done it on QS, but I never do it on two separate stocks where you just throw a bid into the ether and hope to get picked up. Worked on quantum space. Obviously no dip on Palantir. 64 is going to remain that support level for me. So if it does retest down there, I'm going to be looking for that trade. I'm going to look to start maybe scalping some down a little bit more actively here off this 34-35 level.
Okay, so it makes sense that it's going to try to kind of wait this level out because it is a really significant level. On all the higher time frames, on the 15-minute, 1 hour, 4 hour.
So I just got to fill there at 94. I'll look to take like mid to high 90s for a short trade to sort of work back into this CTXR. And then, of course, 185 looks like the first support, so take some profit in front of that.
I mean, what do we think? Yeah, CTXR going down, Palantir going up. So good trading happening there. Sorry, CTXR going up and Palantir going up. What do we think about this, guys? CCL up to $25, $24 right there. If you check out this on a
Look at those pins right there in the 1 minute.
Out the other day, this is where we lost on. Oh no, that wasn't. That was here. $23. Wow, we're up another dollar. So that's that $24 area right now on CCL. We're gonna watch out for that if that does break. I think it's definitely worth at least a little bit of a touch to see what it does on the upside. Palantir now going 30 cents in the money up to 27.73. What a great buy that was at that bottom, man. You got to hold some of these. It comes all the way back down, and here it goes. Nice out. We just took some out for 70. You want to talk about some winners, man? Let's just line up the cash again today as we hit one-time daily goal right here for the day. So Palantir upside. We just took some more out. What a great log this is. 27.30 on Palantir. Believe in it, guys. Believe in it. I like this name if you didn't know that already. Another 10%. We're just long yesterday off 25. So cash in if you want, man. And no matter what kind of money you put down, 11% is nice in one day.
Just going to come back to Tilray. It just bounced. It's trying to bounce off 28, and so if I see it coming back in, I'll be stopped out of my long at 28, and I'm going to get into a short of Sundial right here at that 34. I said I would work back into this one anyways off this 34, 35 level. But the fact
Yo, bro, Hunter, if you're fucking watching this shit, bro, just get the fuck out of the stream.
Heads up on UAVS. We mentioned
Like, I'm fucking tired of people like this who are just literally, just literally DMing me and ruining my day. I mean, I do get pissed out when people call me fake and, you know, just shit on my hard work. And that's just me because of how no one really knows what my story is, my whole story, and, like, the actual hard stuff that I had to go through. And so I just get really emotionally triggered right there when people, like, crap on my, on, like, stuff that I do. And I know it's social media and stuff like that. Usually I don't really care about social media or whatever, but in that case, since I have, like, emotional response to that, a heavy emotional response, kind of like an emotional button. Still working on it, but it's definitely there. So, you know, I do get emotionally, like, really triggered.
If it doesn't work out, we're not going to let this one go past $55 on the downside. So 55.65 break. We'll take a little bit here at VWAP just to see, and then we'll wait for a 55.65 break, guys. Palantir off, SNDL, nice little 2-cent winner, and CTXR doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah, and like I said, so Tilray comes back, the final quarter of our position, we take out when 28 breaks, and then, of course, got into Sundial. Gave you this. Like, look at the range here. It gives you this as Tilray's breaking to the downside. Why not take it 134? Now, there was a bid at 130. Trust me when I tell you, there was a somewhat significant bid. I mean, it's not that big when you're talking about 100 million shares in volume, but it's getting...
Order filled.
I'm buying a starter right now. Small size. Starter position is just basically like my first like really small size. It's meant to be kind of like just one piece out of the puzzle for me. And obviously I know I can it's definitely like high risk. I mean, it's not technically high risk since it's only going to be about 0.5% of the position of the overall net position. But it's supposed to just kind of help you out scaling in onto your primary position. So basically for you to catch that bounce off that bottom.
Out at 29 on Sundial, off our 35 short. I want to get more short now. Did not mean to dump that, but it's been a big trade for us on Sundial. A monster trade for us. There goes Palantir to the upside. Long 45 VWAP, long at the 65 break. Let's see where this one wants to go. Let's go, Neo.
And I'm going to take some more shares aggressively off at the CTXR. I just keep seeing it bounce. Like, it bounced off VWAP a couple of times here. And if it's going to hold this trend, it might actually make a test to the high, and there'd be a better short to have, or maybe even thinking about a long. If it gets below that 185, I'm very likely to start shorting it once again. But I think I don't want to look that gift horse in the mouth, guys, and have this one, or have this bubble burst on me. This bubble burst on me here. So CTXR are going to get aggressively out, probably in the 88 to 90 range, or 91 range, not instead of that 185. If it goes below that price, we can go back into some shorts. Sundial does continue to flush here, but it's a slow grind to the downside. And I was able to get some in front of that 130. Now it's trying to hit this 128. Can't seem to get anything. Maybe I'll take some at 129, I guess. Brennan?
One that Mark mentioned this morning, guys. Deer running here. All-time highs for DE, up almost 10%. Gave you 320 down there. Just about to break 330 for DE, guys.
All right, we just took some out on Palantir there, man. Like, what a great trade that was. Look at us just getting out. I told you that we'd be happy off this 27 long. Like, look where I'm long today, guys. 27, 27, 27.50 on that break. So right now we just took some out at 28 there. Good trade. Let's see if it breaks through 28. Off to the races right now in Palantir. Our sundial trade, damn it. We did dump that at 29. We should have held on to that one. That was a keystroke error, but we still had it, so good for us on that one. And then here we go, man. CTXR, just another win here. We'll hit a swish on this one as we've been loading up that name there. Got a little bit out at 94. Don't know why. Now we come back to the downside. We're still holding.
I am still being very careful with the starter, just because we are at that significant level.
A nice little win for us on this one. Buy 40s, buy 65s, get out 75. Let's see if we go to $56 today, but we're already pretty big today, to the moon here on some of these plays.
And I just got first trade here in
Order filled.
Landscape here. Talked about that 64 level. It does dip down one more time.
All right, I'm out.
It did once. It dipped again. 64.20 does hold. On the way back up, first consolidation happens to be 65. Able to get shares here at 64.91. Use the low of the day. Now there goes CTXR. I said I would get back into position in the event that broke.
RSL looks like it's trying to come back down with MACD.
Order filled.
Bit of a wall, and it's not that there was a gigantic amount of shares there on the bid, but either way, it was some kind of resistance.
All right, I took a short there.
You see, last out, and then
As it started to collapse.
83. Able to get some at 81s. I'll work that down to 175.
Yeah, exactly. We're still short 191 on that name. We punched the XTR in the face. And I'm going to start trading these more, man. You're normally seeing me just all over these big names, but if they're this easy, then we got to be on CXTR a little more often. That's for sure, or on some of these names anyways. But, you know, you want to talk about a little bit easy here. I don't know if Neil's going to
I'm just taking small size for today.
Another win for us. We're going to go 4 for 4 here today on the wins, guys. So
I'm not really trying to go.
on that one, as that's been a monster. The only thing is, man, I should be way
I'm not really
behind
trying to hit the home
we
runs
do
or anything like that.
We're going to look at Uber here again.
Because I know it's Friday.
A little bit, if we can, uber.ny. If you ever see us switching between NY and NQ, it's because of the way where the names are listed, right? NQ is going to be NASDAQ, NY going to be up there on the NYSE, the big board. We are getting ready for CCL to break, possibly break through 24. I don't want to hold this one too much because I definitely more bearish on this industry than bullish, but I can't ignore some of these breaks. So here we go, Carnival Cruise Lines through 2405.
Yeah, and just actually just realized I didn't have my stop on QS. I've just put it in to make sure it doesn't get out through it doesn't take out that low of the day. But it just
Oh crap, my mom's calling me.
If it goes up there again,
Give me 1 second.
I would just
Alright, so we're looking for a bounce right now.
It's basically up because it was speculation, sympathy.
I'm at break even for the day.
There was no,
Because I close out that sell order right over here at the bottom.
as long as that's going to be true,
Once we saw a bounce.
short bias on the stock. I'm not going to be taking any long in watts just yet. 550 on a bounce back. Otherwise, it's a 5 even break for me on watts. Miss V is at the big screen. Let's go to her.
Hey guys, VIOT is a popular stock on the chat today. Viomi is a Chinese company specializing on smart home products. Have you heard about this before? And what do you think about the stock spiking up today?
Yeah, very choppy off that level. So that tells me that price action may want to kind of come down. I mean, come up. But it may take its sweet time.
Here's the cautionary tale.
We'll see.
I will say, and this setup is you've probably seen it at least a couple of times before.
It'll take its time.
Nothing about it being a Chinese
I think it's going to come a little bit lower,
pattern is the pattern.
then finally bounce back up.
Oh shoot! Sorry, yeah, I actually just keystroked and got out of all of SNDL there. But watch out, 25 is about to break the upside. If you see a pre-market pop, a pop at the open right into pre-market levels and a failure, usually it's going to turn into short. These things get gapped and then pumped into these levels, and then everyone's selling at basically the same price. So file away this 1450 mark, guys, because it's just on a pure momentum in sort of a technical trade. If it cannot break through that, it's likely to be a sell for the rest of the day. Brendan?
There was a minor story on this one as well. Lyft, we talked about Uber, obviously, with the UK ruling, but Lyft coming out this morning saying they're teaming up with CVS, similar to what Uber did about a month ago to make accessibility to vaccines easier. So if you need a lift to Lyft, see what I did there, to CVS to get a vaccine, they will hook you up, guys.
Man, where's Brad? Here, let's do that. Yeah, we saw what you did there, Brendan. Don't worry about that. That was a good one. If you need a lift, talk to Brendan. Did that just work? Did we just get that? Did that guy come through there? Hey, where's the cowboy, man? I was trying to get Brendan. Okay, we'll just do this one then. Oh, he left the building. Doesn't like that. There we go. So we'll just do that. There you go. Good joke there, Brendo. But absolutely no joke right now. And we have some money falling down because this Carnival Cruise, I think it was probably, for me, the cleanest play. Palantir, I'm up way more money on Palantir than I am on CCL, but the point of this was we did have that 25 break, and if I can call it up, I'll call it up on this 20-minute chart again through e-signal. We talked about that right there. It was actually 20. That's why I'm long at 06. I actually was very, very patient, waited for that 05.
Choppy, choppy, choppy. It's going to take its sweet time.
Days ago high, 24.05. Now we're going to moonshot there, so a nice little win.
But I do like it off this level right now.
We're checking back on QuantumScape as well. I have a bid. I know Neil's in this right now. I have a bid down here, 63 and change, just to see. I'm still long 50, man.
My mom's calling me. Give me 1 second.
70, but whatever. That
All right, Nasdaq is pushing back higher. Let's see what we do here.
On the latest short, if it tests back into 135, I'd like to short that level, but then I can't ignore that 130 was a
Russell 2000 is basically all the way up toward the high again after bouncing off the 21 EMA. So that's a very good sign that price action, that Nasdaq could follow through with that.
We just saw their QS cancel. We just saw QS go to 64.50. I think I should have took that 70 cents. We did not, so we will relook at this 64.50 level. We'll put an order there. I think I did. Yeah, I did. So we're there at 64.50. We're still waiting for a downside move. Let's just take this 70 cents if we can get it here. But if you know what? If this market rips, we could have a decent win on this one. I'm going to cancel this order. Let's just wait. Oops, there we go. The keyboard breaks. We did cancel that order, so now we'll wait for the high side. See if we get back to VWAP. See if we get back to the 66 level. I think we have a decent spot here. Wish we had more.
Yeah, Russell is coming back up. Looks like everything's trying to come back up. Russell's up about 1.3% for the day. Nasdaq's up about what, 1/4% for the day? Yeah, 1/4% up for the day. So we'll see what we do here.
We only have that 10% left.
Yeah, Russell was an absolute killer today. Yeah, that's why I would have rather maybe traded Russell, because I know Russell has very good just momentum. I may go ahead and place a swing trade on Nasdaq. Not Nasdaq, but on Russell right now. Just a small swing trade toward the high.
I would try one more time to pick up those shares. I did say it might be tricky to get.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now as we're breaking toward that level.
That's why I was shorting it in this range at $2. That's exactly what happened. Didn't get the fill, but was still short anyway. So you catch like a 15-cent winner and then a 20-cent win. Still holding on to some from 98. It could still go down to 75. That would be the target. But like I said, it's time for happening now. Already 10 o'clock. Let's go to Brendan.
Hey guys, yeah, already 30 minutes in the books. Let's have a look at North
Order
American
filled.
markets.
All right, I bought that.
Top to bottom, in fact, S&P 0.3%, the Dow about the same. You can see the Nasdaq Composite 0.5%, but the 100 there just 0.3% to the upside, but still nice to see strength coming back in. Same story for the Russell, 1% for small caps today, back in positive territory. The TSX here in Toronto did get back into green as well.
Nasdaq is trying to bounce right there.
Downside, the only one on the board so far today in the red. Let's have a look at a couple of things from the watch list this morning, guys. Roku, we mentioned earnings. Yeah, that was a pretty good opportunity. 458, clear support there in the pre-market. Let go, we're down to 444 for Roku. So nice short there for ROKU. My screen's not switching. There we go. Dropbox, another one that had earnings, gave you that test of 24, which was the bottom end of the aftermarket support yesterday. 24, and then straight southbound as well, down to 23 for DBX. Guys, back to you.
I think I'm gonna hold this for a swing trade toward the upside, because I have an indication that it may come back higher toward the high again. We'll see.
I was able to get short in the midpoint here, but I don't want 130 to break, so I'm literally going to risk about a 0.5% here.
And I'll just take half off on my order levels, and then I'll just kind of hold it.
Buy off the low here at 120 by shorting any kind of a dip or pushback. So 29.5 is my entry price. I'll start getting out, of course, in front of 125.
Bouncing back right down.
Low in the day, I'll likely, as I was last time, be flat on that trade if it gets to 120 and test that low. There's always another entry to be had. That's why I feel very, very comfortable being active on the name, because getting back in isn't too much trouble here. This is like the 4th time I've been short in Sundial, and it might be like a dozen by the end of the day. You never really know. But if shorting the pops is working, I'll continue along that pattern. Pounds here, it's broken 28.
I think it has definitely a lot of potential to come back higher.
Through the fresh high as far as I can see. So I think I'll try to catch that one, work to the quarters and the 50s as well.
Okay, so we did hold QS, and it's a big win for us right there, so we'll throw that money down again. You can get out right
Yeah,
now if you want to.
I'm down with that. 7R for the high. I think it definitely has potential in doing that.
I'm going to wait for the 65.50 just to see if it wants to get back to that level and see if we can't take $2 on QS. That's basically what we're looking to do right now on that name. So good look there. SNDL, I know Neil was just talking about it, but I'm going to go back and look at it myself as well. Down to 128, the resistance at 130 level. So that's going to be a good little spot there for SNDL. Now pushing through.
I just have to be careful whenever I'm holding a trade frame, trade on the weekend, because anything can happen during the weekend. So I'm just gonna have to be careful with that. We'll see. We'll see how the end of the day turns out.
We're almost out of everything there, and then that CTXR, we still got that 191 short. So we'll see how far this one wants to go down here. Now 185, 184, some pretty nice wins here on CTXR. Glad we talked about that pre-market.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why we're going to shred this one. And look, when you have these pops, and I would say, don't short into it at 9:30. Don't short into it like into 9:30 or right after 9:30. Wait for a bit of a hard turn, and then it's like 195. Short it again, and then short it on the way back up into that 195. If it tests this low, I do have bids in front of 175. Those are left over from the previous position. I've actually always had a little bit of a short since I took it at 195. I never actually got flat completely, but I do have to make sure I get some out in front of these levels at 175. Could be its own trade over and over again. And if you're going to be active, which this stock is going to do probably 100 million plus, maybe 200 million on the day, we'll take advantage of here at Day Trade the World. So I'm going to have active bids out.
Only 229 points, so back toward the upside. Crap.
Each of those pops as long as I can. I do want to come back to at least a couple of names here. Someone was asking about, like, was I involved in JAG-X today? No, but I've said it time and time again. Sometimes these day 2, day 3 type of moves can be good, especially.
All right, so you can see how the look at 50 is trying to bounce right there
And it made a nice little sort of
off the oversold level.
little push and then failure a little in the morning and then try to get in the afternoon.
RSI is almost into the buy zone. Actually, almost in the buy zone right there too. Standard deviation is starting to start climbing back up, so that means volatility is starting to increase. Usually, whenever you see kind of a fall like this, you're probably going to see kind of a continuation of that.
Looking at the weakness after yesterday's failed pops, yeah, that certainly looks pretty good to me. I would just simply watch out for that little morning low that it had at 285 or 283 or so, 285. It's about there right now and likely to bounce off of that before possibly retracing.
Let's try a 53 long if it does break here on NEO. We did take a little more long right now. 55.70, our only loser there for the day, and it's very, very small. I mean, it's not even a loser. I shouldn't even call it that. Sorry, NEO, didn't mean to call you a loser. Okay, UB NEO, obviously not Neil there. That was the loser stock. Okay, Uber, look, we wrote it down, and we just didn't get aggressive enough, man. I mean, you can see it right here, Uber 58.50. It gave us that numerous times down here, and I just sat on my you-know-what, Valeria, and didn't do anything about it. So, screw you, List, but thank you for all the profits you've given me lately. Yeah, Uber...
We're waiting.
I said that was
choppy right
just
now.
Weak hands there, getting out on that move. And yeah, it doesn't get any clearer than that for me anyways on Uber to the upside. So boo for me to miss that one. But QS now one's having a problem at 65. Look, we're long at 63.80. I mean, getting out now makes some sense to me, especially if the market does want to sell off here. So let's watch out. If this breaks back down below 64.50, we'll take that dollar and then we'll reassess this. But right now, QS looking pretty fine here, Brendo.
OPK, medical equipment maker, PPE maker. This one had a big move going back to this time last year at the beginning of the pandemic. They reported aftermarket yesterday. You can see not so good. Downside 7% today. Just made a day low there on volume through 5 for OPK. Definitely a good look there. I'm now going to be tracking this name. I see you guys talking about VCNX here. Big time, 187%. I mean, you can't ignore that. But volume right at the open, spiking it another 50%. I mean, I stood in front of freight chains before, but this one does seem like at least a little bit dicey to be looking for a short. It has pulled back in 10% already, which usually is a bit of a decent sign for me. So I'm going to have to be on the radar. Just want to make sure I know exactly what's going on with the stock. I'm not aware of the news here. And then 850, it would normally be the consolidation top that I would be looking short off of. For me, I'd rather just get back into more CTXR, which I'm going to do in front of this 195 again. So I'm going to load back into that position.
Yo, I appreciate it so much. I just saw your message. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. At least I can motivate some people.
Just to come back over to Watt, no 5 break, but also didn't quite get to that. I mean, didn't quite get to that 550 mark. I'm still going to take the 5 even break on WATT. Still, as far as I'm concerned, there is no hard news on this one, so it's a short until maybe it gets to like
200 EMA is like really close, so
something gets confirmed either way.
something I really don't like, but it is what it is.
Might as well short the retracement until it stops.
We have the EMA starting to cluster together, so a breakout is imminent.
Could be a bit of a bounce. I'll try a tight stop long in front of it, like somewhere in the mid 50s. I want to buy that dip.
Greg, check your note there if you can, my friend. Okay, CTXR back to the upside there. I don't need
Russell's pushing back
there.
higher.
I'm pretty, or getting a new position. I'm getting out. I mean, I was getting most of that out there. We did take a nice 84. I'm not too strong or too deep into this one, so watch out for that coming through. CCL now, man, what a great trade this one's been. I say this was probably one of the better trades that I've had today, although not even close to the net that I have on Palantir.
RSI is rising, Liquid 50 is rising, MACD is rising. Everything looks pretty much in order right now.
2460, 2470, and still moving here, CCL. So big mover
Oops,
here
that's not
to look for
good.
on that one. So we will wait to see where that's going right now. But CCL on the upside here, guys.
Yeah, and it's not a huge level, but like 200,000 shares on this CTXR. It's the first time I actually didn't say it incorrectly. I want to use no stops here. I mean, manually is the best way for me to usually get out of these trades because that level was my cover. First here, 96 is my average price. Now, should it be 97 or 98? Yeah, probably. But either way, 96 is on this particular short. I would start getting out of it as a test back down. Remember that 85 price from before? That would be the target, and now that it's tested 2 even. But I'm not going to let 2 go, guys. Why? Because at that point, it might
Hey, Russell's strong today.
That could be another short at 205.
Very strong today.
Extra 5 pennies on that trade and look for another re-entry.
Nasdaq looks weaker.
Actually, might not be. Can go right down to my target. Ready?
Just checking on VAX and X here. VCNX, very small. Wow, $64 million market cap. 18 million on the free float for VCNX. Could explain the move. They signed a couple of distribution and marketing deals and also development deals for their drug development platform, software platform, guys. So VCNX up big time on that.
It's over $1. I'm just telling you guys.
No worries. I was gonna take over that dip in Palantir. I tried to get that in as fast as I could because it was bouncing off VWAP at least a couple times. Now it did break, and when I tried to dip buy in the morning, that's actually my hit on Palantir. Is it did actually break through, but I missed this pullback, so I didn't want to miss this other one here, 27.50. I just got some out in front of 75. If you've been following long enough, you probably shouldn't be too surprised there. And then this 28.10 double top here, guys. Look, I'll be flat if it gets to that price because I'm just still looking, I should say, to take a breakout to trade through that high of day. So if it breaks 28.10, I'm probably going long anyways on a breakout. So might as well be out of that 27.50, trying to be active on Palantir here if we can. The volume's been, I mean, through the roof. I know it's 100 million shares, and other stocks have done 100 million, like Sundial at 240. Yeah, but Palantir's a $30 stock, and Sundial's 1.8.
Yeah, chopping right now.
So,
Maybe we'll do like a wick fill on the 15-minute.
27.50. Yeah, so my Palantir work, basically, I moved this out. We just tweeted out. Follow us on Twitter if you want to get some of those plays. Like I mentioned all the time, guy. I'll put it in the chat against Valeria again. I put the plays here just like we said the other day. If I can find, oh, there's the picture. If you guys didn't see that, this is us here yesterday. There's my kid with the Nassau shirt here. We're watching that. Big success. We got home in time, so that was really special to me, anyways. But that's not what I was talking about. Follow us for some of these things here. Like we talked about doubling down on Palantir there at 25.09. That was a good one, guys. And then we talked about QS as well when we talked about buying it there. Again, a couple days ago. So if you
Order filled.
you can see where QS is right now. And we're just going to go back into that, man. It did break. So it did break that 64.50. We'll take the dollar. So there it is, Lori. I see you watching. You like hot dogs. We all like hot dogs. There goes the hot dog trade there, QS. We could have taken 65.50 or so where VWAP was. No, we could not have. It only goes to 65.20 when we were in. So we could have taken about 70 cents more than we did, but we do get out in and out like a light there on that one. So that's been a good trade for us. Check back on NEO. I mean, it does go all the way up. I don't know why I didn't take this out. I was looking at other things. I think CCL there. It goes all the way to 55,
Order filled.
That would have been a glaring out there. We should have taken it on NEO. Look at the futures coming to the downside. A good opportunity. I'm going to go back.
So it didn't come up above that 50 level.
Let's not go too heavy, but 55 bottom should hold. I do like when it went to 55.90 there. Stupid me wasn't paying attention.
And I want to come back to this UAMIA, let's call it. It did dip down, and I got flat in front of 175. I talked to you about that being the target. It goes all the way into 165 before making a bit of a low. Was a halt. 245 was a halt price, and 250 was a top. If it gets there, I'd much prefer to be shorting post-halt in this trade, but I'll use that top. And then short in front of it, not with impunity, but certainly something using that 250 is going to be too easy target for me as an obvious place to go into it. It's not there yet, and if it looks like it's going to halt going into that, I would take the trade off or cancel my order. I don't like getting short or long any position just before a stock is likely to go into a halt, and then I have to hold to it.
Patience is key on this.
Why not just go ahead and leave yourself out of those headaches?
You know, just you gotta be patient with it. I think this is the same pattern that's happening right, I think, like on Wednesday, where it just basically keeps coming down, and then starts, you know, slowly making a V shape back up. So we're gonna have to wait on this, unfortunately, because it's just, you know, that's how the Nasdaq works. You have to be patient with it.
That's what I'm going to look to do here. I'm staying away from the middle end of this range. If it bounces off,
Order filled.
take the profit we have and run. But if it busts through, I want to have some exposure to just a deeper move. If it breaks 185, I think I'm getting 82s and 81s, and then down to 76 and 78. So I'm kind of playing this in both regards, where tighter exits here, so I can hold for a deeper move on the second half. It works out to about the same thing. I just think it might explode in one direction or the other. And if it's to the upside, I want to take in some profit shallow. If it's to the downside, I want as big a position as I can, or at least another half of it if it goes down to that 175 mark. Brennan?
Big mover from 2 days ago, LODE. You remember just popping back up on volume here through to $6. Day number one, we had $6 was, if I remember correctly, a big level for this thing. So heads up here. Volume coming in, guys, on LODE.
Yeah, load that one up there, Brendan. Thanks for that. We did take another VWAP trade here. As we talked about it on the show here, taking some Neo there a little bit at 55, 57. So just right here. Average price now 66 as we go right back to 66. So let's wait to see. I'll take a little bit out here at 80 if we can get it. I'm going to put an order now so I don't forget like I did last time. If it does get back up there, I do want to average into this name and then use 55 as a break. I mean, if it breaks, it breaks. I think the futures are going to have to head downside, obviously, for that to happen. I think it's holding up pretty good. I did want to look at XPEV because that was the next name that we had on our blast list today. 43.50 didn't really come through for us, so we didn't have to worry about that. So that's a play now, where if you're looking to pick up something at the bottom, I mean, not a horrible opportunity. I did get out for a nice little win as well on the last share or the last option I had on AMC, the $2 calls there for a decent win on that trade. Okay, 2,000 likes right now, not bad. 9,700 watching. Let's see if we can't get that going a little bit. We'll see if we get to 3K very, very soon, guys. That's all we're asking for. If you like some of those wins today, CCL Monster, Palantir. I mean, I'm still a dollar in the money.
Patience is key.
CTXR has been a big one. SNDL has been.
Once you got patience, you're gonna get paid.
I have one loser on board today, and that's Neo, and I'm trying to change that. So if you guys can, hey, just hit the like. That's all we ask. I would rather you guys, I mean, I want you guys to hit the like, but also hit the share. Let's see if we can't get this show
I mean, like,
blasting even farther.
Usually, if we're gonna see a collapse down, we're just gonna see like a straight up flush out of the significant level right over here. If we don't see that, then most likely, you know, and especially look at these bounces, like bounce, bounce, bounce right over here. No continuation move toward the downside.
Yeah, I just scalped him out when it didn't make that break. Anytime I make a breakout trade,
We'll see what we do here.
Minimum on the first initial push, wherever it stalls, just quick hands, try to get out as fast as I can. So I did take some out at 18. I'm going to hold the rest. I don't really know anything other than quarters and 50s at these particular prices until you get to on Palantir this 29 to 29.50 level. I mean, that's the real resistance, I think, if it continues its push. Brennan?
Just on fuel cell, guys. We were talking about this one a couple of days ago. Another one that's had 3 days in a row to the downside, trying to bounce today. Held 21 there on there, broke 21, then held on that last little break. 15% for F-Cell today, very strong.
And there goes that CTXR. So remember I was talking about getting more aggressive and taking some shares off in the 90s because I felt like it was going to make a test one way or the other. Yep, that's me getting out at 01 when 2 breaks, and it doesn't.
Yeah, I have so much stuff to do today.
Just because it doesn't go right away doesn't mean I'll
I'm gonna just put some buy orders in place
I do want to see what happens if this tests the high. Like
right over here
5 or 6 is off this tool.
as it comes up.
Definitely be looking at that trade for the next short. Otherwise, it does feel like you can use that 185, 190 area for a bit of a bounce play or a hard reversal.
You just have to be patient with Nasdaq, honestly. You know, it's gonna take its time, and then once you know it's done doing its thing, then you're gonna see that push back up or whatever toward your direction.
Still holding on to some of that. I actually got 13s on that 210.
You just really have to be patient with it, you know.
Looks like it hit that second target, or did it? Yeah, it did hit that second target, 25. Like I said, if this pushes to 50s, you can probably just keep getting in and out, buying dips and then buying breaks on PLCR. The volume is tremendous.
Yeah, the volume tremendous. Number one stock here, I think, on the board today for Palantir. And so, yeah, it just keeps on going. We are now long at 12. So I guess when that broke that 10 level, we got 12, which is pretty good. So we're going to wait to see, or no, I think we got 13s. Oh, it's still an average price from these bottoms, like bang, bang, bang. Like, there you go, man. Put your money where your mouth is what I'm doing here on Palantir. So up to the upside right now. Pretty happy with the way that's moving around. Palantir. So we'll keep talking about that. I do want to look at NEO. I said I'd put an order upside, and I didn't actually there, so that's my mistake. But we have to wait. I was going to wait for 80s anyways. So for NEO, upside here of 80, looking pretty nice for me. We are long at 66 already. We're going to turn this, my one negative stock, we're going to turn that around hopefully and put a positive here. If we can get up to, I mean, I just get out now and I'll be positive. Well, if it goes above 66. But we are waiting for this 55.80 on NEO. I'd like a little bottom here. If we can get more, I will average in to this little spot. This is a cluster down here. But then if it breaks 55, we got to get out. I don't know if we retest yesterday's close bottom of 54.30. That could come into play. But right now I'm liking some NEO. I did take CTXR. We did short there at 2s. So let's wait to see where this one wants to go now to the downside. And then just a quick recap on CCL. Probably, again, like I said, probably the cleanest trade that I have today. Easy. I mean, most of my trades are one in, one outs, or one in, multiple outs. But this CCL was a big trade there.
Yeah, I've been reading Nasdaq lately really well.
It got going, and
You know, I took a long,
to the upside, just getting the rest out now.
you know, just beautiful. Short right over here, long right over here, short here, long here, comes down, took a long here, all the way up down here, and now I'm trying to take a long right over here. So I've been reading Nasdaq really, really well.
Right down below this consolidation level, like 730. So that's going to be like a sort of a key level. If it breaks through and can hold, you know, any kind of an offer in and around like 750, I think it might turn into one of those retracement shorts. And the next long might be your power hour type of play. For now, 850 looks like that support. Actually, should make sure that it has some locates on this one to go short to test 850 again. But that will be the line in the sand.
Choppy, choppy, choppy.
I kind of like this trade. It's trying to bounce off VWAP, so the first test, of course, will be that 850 level. I would take one shot shorting in front of it, but a breakdown at 7 would show a heck of a lot more weakness on VCNX.
So our CCL looks like a pretty good out there on that name. We're going to check out on QS. What a great out that was on QS there. We did not get back in. I mean, look at the futures coming to the downside right now. So not loving what's happening. Here against the market, that's not the point. I'm more worried about NEO against the market right now. I do have some more bids on the downside to get long in the 40s, maybe the 50s.
Alright, so we're just basically waiting right now.
So maybe we'll take a little bit more here, but I still like this play to go into the upside now. That's NEO. That's really the one I'm looking at. I'm not worried about Palantir, and then CCL is still moonshotting. If there's anything else you guys want, FRX.
I just want to quickly show level 2 because that sundial, remember 129 half here. This level is looking like it's going to break at 130. So I'm going to get out of this trade manually here. It's risking basically half a cent, and I did get half of this position out to the short side when it worked. But I'm not going to look at.
Yeah, it's super choppy. Like, it's so choppy toward the downside right now. So I'm more bullish than bearish right now.
I won't be caught in that short and risk an extra 4 or 5 pennies. So if it comes back down, that's great. I can find another short. For now, let's jump to Brendan at the big screen. I think it's our small cap recap.
Hey guys, yeah, lots of opportunity in small cap world. Let's have a look at a few. We were talking about JMP right before the open at 9:30. I mentioned a couple of things here. 1075 was kind of more of a push up into this.
Order filled.
No such luck. This thing was so weak right from the word go this morning. This is 9, so my average was about 1020 up there. This area was 9. I mentioned both of these spots from yesterday aftermarket. We're now at 7, so I mean, give you all kinds of opportunity above 10.
Very, very, very choppy. But I mean, like, it should tell you something whenever it's bouncing like that, right?
High a day, 650. We're now at 5, so.
But yeah, it should tell you something that it's bouncing right there. So just be patient with it. I'm going to keep an eye on this because I have a very good feeling that it's going to come back up. Just because, again, it's super choppy toward the downside. You can see how it bounces really fast whenever it tries to come down. And specifically at this significant level, right? Like, you know, it's a significant level where you know that there's a very high chance that it's going to come lower if it breaks down. And if it's not, then there's divergence forming, which clearly there is. And there's going to be a chance for it to, you know, continue going higher. So right now we're seeing bounces, bounces, bounces. Entry is going to be right over here. We're being patient with it, like I said again. And we're going to wait patiently for this thing, right? So we'll see what we do here. Pushing back up.
Yes, I did. Neo, we go from no negative, one negative stock to 0 negative stocks now today. Let's just keep going to the high side with Neo now, ripping people's faces off. Oh yeah, and you want to talk about ripping people's faces off? Let's just continue with the cash cow, man. There is Palantir. Hey, what's up, cash cow? Coming to the upside now as we just keep on hitting that up, up, and away. Super excited to check the broker statements after this. So let's just keep going to the upside now with Palantir. 28.40, 28 and change. We bought yesterday, man. Like I said, it's called putting your money where your mouth is. We talked about that. I gave that trade to you. I bought that yesterday at the close, and I hope you did too. There it goes. Neo, 25 cents in the money as well.
And I'm glad I didn't use a stop order, a certain type of stop order in Palantir here, because that might have actually triggered here on this little dark pool print. It's going up. It didn't actually give you a chance to get into 27 5 minutes ago. It is still pushing towards that 28.50. Hanging on, put the orders out. If I see a big enough level, I would probably just get out and then look for another breakout trade, but there really isn't a heck of a lot. And look, Palantir, that's actually not that bad of a level, 80,000 shares, maybe 100,000 total. It's probably going to chew through that with no trouble, guys. Either way, I'm likely to add on a bit of a break just to see if I can get another scalp trade, but I will hang on to the ones we have. So we'll see 28.50.
Alright, I'm going to enter right there on that 50 break.
Use some size on that level, but
Not entering until the 1 minute candle closes above that.
level's even better. Apologies for that wick. If it does sort of dip back a couple of times before breaking out through, that means some shorters.
Or if we see like a big continuation.
Making the break even better. Brendan?
This one was very active yesterday. I just want to remember the name. Quantum C. Kappa is what I'm talking about. CAPA. The SPAC from yesterday. Remember, huge move up to 20.
Yeah, bro, I'll let you know. Sahil, I'll check my Discord real quick after.
Come in, I fear, but taking this Quantum C, which is a semiconductor company, public through a merger, guys.
Not Quantum Scape, I see. Quantum C. Okay, so we will look at that Kappa, good name there from yesterday. And sometimes you get those 2-day rallies and those 2-day moves. My eyes are looking everywhere. Oh, Riot, damn it. Didn't trust myself on that one. We put our money where our mouth is on Palantir. But Riot breaks that 72, rips all the way. I mean, it broke it early, man. This was the break you really wanted when I talked about 72. Goes all the way to 73.50.
Order
I'm
filled.
entering right there.
Market. Those of you that had that, say hell yeah on the chat. Hopefully you got a nice little win there for that trade. Okay.
Maybe a little bit early.
I'm getting a headache. I don't know if these lights are brighter than normal today, but we'll drink some more water. Shout out to Shakib there with the waterman, and that's what we're talking about here. Hydration Nation time. Oh, it's probably because I had this sweater on, a little bit hot as well today. But right now, man,
Yeah, I mean, I really just want that breakout. If I don't see that breakout, then I really just get out and enter again
CTXR.
later on.
8 cents in the money, 9 cents in the money, you take the bid. This name, Neo, hi-ho, 55, 40 cents in the money on Neo. And then Palantir, dollars in the money, it doesn't really matter. My current position right now, 28.12. It just gives you the last fill that I have, so 28.12 to the upside. We just took some out right here at 42.43. We're always playing off these 50 levels. I joked about, I didn't joke about it, I mean, I was serious when I said we could see 29 today on Palantir. Guys, let me know if you're following these calls, man. I'm pretty happy with what's been happening today, guys. But a big day, needless to say. There goes Palantir, and there goes Brendan.
Well, this one's been asleep for a couple of months here, going back to December, I guess, was the last time we really talked about this one. But Cancun Auto, KXIN, not
It is what it is. It's super choppy right there.
The Chinese EV makers are moving. So just popping up here, you can see a big volume spike for KXIN.
And a couple of things there. I just got out in front of that 28.50. If it breaks, I'm still going to go long in that Palantir on a breakout, another breakout style trade, which the breakouts have been fantastic. The defies working as well. I mentioned the reason to get out of that sundial, that 130 trade. Each one of these shorts started working like less and less. Of course, the initial 135 was great. The last breakout at the bottom, 124, kind of stunk. Had to get up most of it flat. And then there was a nice trade-off for 130 that you can only get a few cents off of. If it comes back, and it looks like we're about to head back to this 135 mark, I would still try the short through there. I have no
It's coming
problem
back
with it.
up.
It'll be the
See
same
what we
sort of
do
thing
here.
as 130, where it's like risk like a half penny to 1 cent. If it comes back down, maybe like 5-10 cents is going to be that winning trade. It's trying to march back to the upside, and the reason I sort of urge a bit of that caution is, remember, sort of always watch out what's going on in Tilray. And I did say if we broke that sort of 28.50, testing towards those highs, you'd see me dip out of the sundial trade, which is exactly what happened. Now Tilray could reverse off high of the day, and if that happens and we're still below that 135 on sundial, yeah, that's more reason to like that trade. I like having more than one reason or for some conviction in one of these little day trade scalp trades. That would give it to me as long as we're not taking out that Tilray high of the day. CTXR, it's been the sort of rinse and repeat. I would have loved it if we could have tested towards 207. It never gave you that. I said if it breaks 2, look to see where it tops out. If I get 05s, great. It never gives it to you. It just comes right back down. So I jump back into that trade. On a failed break, jump back into the short.
359, 360, 59, 863, 13, 658.
If it can break through. Otherwise, I'll be covering these shorts at VWAP.
Okay, we're breaking toward the high again.
Reverse, going long into those levels. It's the same trade in reverse. I just like the short end of this trade, so that's what I'm doing, Brennan.
I mentioned this one earlier, had to kind of stick with it a little bit. We saw it break through 9 there right at the open, coming back in for CBAT is what I'm talking about. But look at the move since then. Nice hold of 860, 870, and then off to the races. They announced this new ultra-low temperature application battery in the pre-market, guys. That was the news at 9 a.m.
Yeah, I know we talk about CTXR, but the thing is, man, every day I'm learning something more. And I just talked about this. Like, why deal with some of these bigger stocks? I mean, sure, we're crushing them, like Palantir, wow, moving up to the upside. When you could deal with these stocks, no wonder this is the number one.
RSI's coming back into the buy zone. MACD's coming into the buy zone.
Pretty simple, pretty easy to follow right now. CTXR. So I mean, look at that. Like we've only gone in twice.
MACD's coming back into the buy zone.
Getting the offer and out beautifully out there below VWAP, so good. And then that break upside of $2 was so good. Now back to 191, and we're still holding that one. So yeah. Good on that. But then I say that, and then I go over to Palantir, and we're feeling like Superman today on Palantir as it's just ripping to the high side now, 28.40, 28.50 now. I don't know about these 50 levels, but yeah. And I just checked the options nicely in the money as well on this play. So look, if this is a Wall Street Bets name, hey man, Wall Street bet it up because let's just keep on going long. We're already got our money in this name. So as this one keeps on.
Look at that choppiness right there.
Multi-happy. Mucho happy with that.
It's literally failing to break toward the 50.
QS quickly if we can. 62.40, trying to hold that bottom. I like this bottom hold there. What are the futures doing? Okay, we got a little bit of futures break. Maybe we could do something here. Let's see if QS wants to hold $60 now.
Yeah, and that 50 sort of coming up right here on Palantir, but that VCNX looking like the 7 break could come into play, so I've got that locked and loaded, ready to go. I would have loved if it tested back to 850, but, you know, beggar can't be choosers. It has to go to that price to get me my entry point, or at least close enough to it that I can use it as resistance and a cover for an out. So it's one or the other on VCNX. To come back to this UAMY here, it never tested that 250.
I mean, if the structure doesn't hold up, I may just get out. We'll see. For me, I'd rather just get out early, right? Get a small loss, and then re-enter later. Because again, my losses are gonna be my losses are gonna be more, but my winners are gonna be big. Actually, my losses are still 60%, so it's not too bad, or it's like really bad. But I mean, like, I'm okay with taking small losses and getting out early, because I could always re-enter, and then when I win really big.
Brand new acquisition announced this week for MindMed, so more exciting news and times for that company. We'll talk to JR coming up at 11:15. 10:30 right now. That means there's an hour left in the session over in Europe. Let's check in with Valeria.
Hey Brandon, European markets are back to the positive territory. Earnings remain in focus. Renault trading in Paris is down more than 4% after posting a record annual loss of 8 billion euros in 2020. Back to you.
Yeah, an exciting one on both sides of the pond this morning, guys, with more earnings to come even next week, although we are getting to the end of the bigger names, guys.
We talked about wanting some, nice. Just checking out those options right now, good ones. I have actually $40 calls, so we'll see if that goes through on Palantir. Oh, Rocket. Bye-bye, Palantir. Rocket now. Let's just see 2030. Look, man, this is another name that I'm loving right now. Is Rocket. I talked about that with Mark Roberts, and I haven't been too wrong on some of these names. I am long. I mean, we'll talk about this. I'm long 21.50.
Yeah, Russell. It's just so like Russell right now for my entry on Russell. Crap, what happened? Or my entry on Russell right now, it's up. Look at that. You can clearly see the winner today on the market. Russell is definitely beating it. So it is what it is. It's super choppy right now. Nasdaq. I would like for it to not to be choppy, so I could, we could see a very good move. But it is what it is.
This is what we're doing right now, and it's been a wheelbarrow.
Guys, Tilray just bounced off of the high of the day, 29.20. It just reversed, same time, sundial reversed off 135. So I grabbed the 134 short. As long as Tilray's pulling back, I like this 135 and out. And Palantir broke 29.50. I know, Sean, you're in it. The breakout trade worked like gangbusters. It's easy. You get that 25.50 break. We get 51. Now we're working this one towards that 75. But Tilray hard reversal off the top off the high of the day, which is what I was looking for, guys.
Yep, good call. We're short sundial as well. But yeah, QS guys, big mover, man. Palantir, big mover. And then yeah, QCTXR, another one. I don't even know what buttons to hit anymore. We're just doing too much. Let's just go DAPS because right now today, man, this is the kind of day and the kind of love that we're feeling, man.
Alright, I'm getting out right now. It is what it is. It's super choppy.
The proof is in the pudding on this one. You can see right there on the chart.
Can't really do anything about it.
Bang! Right to the downside. Big trade right there. Neo, okay, Neo. This is the one that's hovering around. I thought I was trying to get more long. I am. We're still on the this one could be a loser at some point.
I think it's gonna eventually come back up. It's just taking its sweet time, and it's choppy right now. So whenever it's choppy like this, we're not seeing continuation patterns like that I normally see, and then that I normally take.
And then Sundial,
But,
34 right now. We'll look to see if we get out at 30, but yeah.
on Nasdaq, so usually whenever I don't see that, I just take a little bit step back. So I may re-enter later on that break if I see a really clean break, maybe even a break off the 200 EMA just to be safe. And then I'll enter there again. But right now Nasdaq is just super choppy, which is something that it's something you definitely have to be comfortable with. Whenever it's choppy like this and you're uncomfortable and you're getting emotional about things, it's better just to step back down and reevaluate the situation later. Right now it's coming back up. So, I mean, usually in the mornings, like, for the last couple of days, Nasdaq has been kind of really choppy lately in the mornings, and then, find that consistency and pattern later on in the afternoon. So, that's usually where I make my money. Nowadays, like the last 2 weeks. Right now it's 9:35, so usually around 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. you're gonna see price action start doing its thing. Which right now it's trying to break toward the 50, so I think my entry is gonna be a little bit closer to the 200 EMA, just so I don't get like a false signal on my entry, right? So yeah, I mean we're not even down 0.5% on the day, so I am happy about that. Being able to just kind of take losses really fast and really early, because it saves me a lot of money in the short term, and basically it doesn't get me too emotionally attached to the trade for like a long period of time. But Russell right now, we're literally coming back up. We're almost 2% for the day on the Russell 2000, which is literally insane. Nasdaq is taking its sweet time, but I have a very good, I don't know, for me it's a very good indication of my edge where this thing's going to come back higher just because of the stuff that I'm seeing in price action, right? So we're gonna wait patiently. You guys can check out the trades, my entries on the 200 EMA, if I take it on later on the day. But right now I gotta get packing, and I gotta go get a haircut, and I gotta go shopping right now, just because I have some stuff. I'm leaving to vacation next week, Cancun. So I gotta do a lot of stuff. Gotta get ready. Gotta get my work ready with my funds, making sure everything's not gonna blow up before I go. But yeah, hopefully you guys are having an awesome day. It's unfortunate that I'm gonna end the stream with about maybe being I'm down about 0.25% for the day. So I'm not a huge loss. I'm not it's not a lot in my opinion. But you know, it is what it is, cuz for me right now I'm really having to do a lot of stuff today. But I am still happy to see what we do here today. I do think that the Russell 2000, I mean the Nasdaq, is going to come back higher later on the day. So we'll see what we do here. But I do, you know, the RSI is rising, Liquid 50 is rising, MACD is rising as well. So there's a very strong indication, in my opinion, where the market's going to shift back up and come back higher. So, you know, stick to that. Look at the Nasdaq. I'll take that entry. You know, I'll put some buy orders actually right over here, just in case in case I miss it. But yeah, hopefully you guys are having an awesome day, right? And I'll see you guys probably like maybe yeah, in like 2 weeks, because I'm gonna be leaving for vacation next week, and then I'm gonna be basically, it's coming back higher, and I'm basically gonna be maybe traveling to Texas, around Texas or whatever, visit my family there, and just having a little bit of fun, taking it easy, kind of have a reset in my mind, refresh. I may do a live stream, maybe like I'm bringing my laptop, so maybe I'll do like a live stream on the laptop or something like that. You know, I'll post a lot of Instagram stuff, so it should be fun. Maybe I'll do a live on my Instagram as well. So follow me on Instagram for live updates, and yeah, it should be fun. I mean, I'm just excited. Like, I'm really excited to just get out of the charts, get out of my home, get out of Oklahoma, and just kind of I'm gonna get in right now. I'm getting in right now on the Nasdaq right now. Just got in. Looks like it's pushing back higher right now.
It did immediately stall at 90, so I did get some out there. It was a shallow win. But now that it's consolidating lower, I told you guys 710, I'd probably only give it.
So I'm in right there.
If it breaks and consolidates literally 10-15 cents lower than the breakout, I'm gonna give it a very, very.
Oh, can we please like get a win before the end of the stream?
That would be the ultimate target for me. I still have that sundial position. I try to yell it out to you guys.
But yeah, I'm gonna be away for like, you know, about 2 weeks because I have a lot of stuff to do. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be fun for me because I haven't been able to kind of travel a lot recently. I think I traveled like a few times on my birthday, but now, you know, I'm gonna take like a full out vacation and just kind of refresh my mind because I've been really on edge lately. I've been kind of burned out, and that's just because I've been, you know, very busy with the course, very busy with my funds specifically. So I'm looking forward to just take a couple of days off and just refresh my mind, reset everything, and get back on the charts when I come back. But yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm going to Mexico, Cancun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Like I'm so excited about that because it's just, you know, it's my first time traveling out of the country alone. I'm just super thankful that I'm able to do this on my own, alone, and, you know, at 19 years old. So definitely really thankful about that, and I'm just looking forward. I'm really looking forward to just having a great time in Mexico. Maybe doing some stupid stuff. Not like, you know, not not really stupid, but like, you know, like going snorkeling, going skydiving. Maybe to be honest, I'll go skydiving. To be honest, that sounds fun. But yeah, just cool stuff. That's what I mean. Because I haven't really been able to do a lot. But yeah, I mean, market's coming back higher right now. Russell's coming back higher. We're about to close some profits right now on Nasdaq. And yeah, we're just waiting. We're about 0.7 R away. I mean, we're 0.7 R in profit, so we're about 0.4 R away. 0.3 R away. So I'll take some profits at 0.8 R. And then I'll lock my stop. Actually, I'll lock my stop at break even at 0.8 R, and then I'll basically take profits at 0.9 to 1 R. But yeah, there you go. You can see that when we just had to be patient with it. It's all about patience, guys. You definitely have to be patient. Specifically on Nasdaq, you just have to be really patient with it. So it is what it is. All right, I'm locking my stop at break even right now. All right, cool. All right, so we're about 0.9 R away. I'm gonna close 50% right there. Really great stream. So you can see the winner right there. I'm gonna hold some more, maybe trade it, scale an entry right over here on the break of the 200 EMA. Russell 2000 is coming back higher right over here, so we're making money on Russell as well. So very thankful for that. Yeah, finally Nasdaq is just pushing higher, so I'm grateful. I'm thankful that it's trying to do its thing, and it took a couple of tries. Not gonna lie, it is what it is. I was down about 1/4%, and now I'm basically gonna be at break even right now for not closing. Like if I actually I haven't even locked my profits yet. So if I close this at 1R, I'll be a little bit more into profit, not a break even. But anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much it for today's stream. Shoot. Oh crap, it just stopped me out right there. Holy crap. Very choppy. I'll re-intro later. But anyway, so hopefully you guys are having an awesome day. Let me know if you guys have any questions. And I'll see you guys later in 2 weeks, hopefully. And it's coming back higher, so I'm looking to get in right over here on the break of the 200 EMA again. And then once we break off the 200 EMA, very good kind of high, like a lot of potential to go higher from that. So yeah, we'll see about that. But yeah, hopefully